powerful Lakers, all basketball eyes turned to the young and exciting Phoenix Suns. With a tandem of Kevin Johnson and Tom Chambers, the confident Suns seemed almost unstoppable. They made their mark in the playoffs and laid claim to being best in the West. But a team in the Pacific Northwest had ideas of their own. In Portland, Blazer Mania is back once again, and home court advantage has been ever so sweet. In addition to a relentless end-to-end offensive attack, Rick Adelman's Blazers have displayed a physical presence inside, and Portland is one win away from succeeding the deposed Lakers as Western Kings. Elimination in Game 6, the Suns must win to force a Game 7 in Portland, while the Trail Blazers look to close out the series and head to the NBA Finals. Veterans Memorial Coliseum in Phoenix, the scene tonight as the 1990 NBA playoffs move along, and it's game number 6 of the Western Conference Finals. The Portland Trail Blazers leading the Phoenix Suns 3-2, and a victory for the Trail Blazers tonight will send them back to the NBA Finals for the first time in 13 years. Detroit, meanwhile, is ahead of Chicago 3-2. And good evening, everyone. I'm Dick Stockton. And, of course, unlike the Eastern Conference playoffs, which has been a tight defensive contest, the West has been wide open, end-to-end exciting play. Nothing's been mystifying. It's all been predictable because the home team has won every game. The only twist being that the Trail Blazers have won the squeakers, while Phoenix has rolled up the big scores. QB Brown is my partner, and what could change the pattern tonight?
Well, you need your 3 best players to come in with big games. And by that I mean Drexler, Kersey, and Terry Porter. You must get the point. The strength of Portland all season has been their bench, their foul shooting, attempts, their rebounding, and what are we seeing in this series? Subpar performances in the major categories.
But Portland could come again kind of loose tonight, knowing that they do have a cushion a 7th game. Now, what about the Phoenix Suns and how you look upon their play tonight in the 6th game?
Well, they're going for the fatigue factor. They want to up-tempo, play a 120-point game. And in order to do this, Chambers at the forward position and K.J. Johnson must break everything down. Now, also, we want their perimeter game. If their perimeter game is on, very tough to beat in this building.
You mentioned Tom Chambers, who's been the leading scorer of this team, coming off a bad shooting game in Portland, but he's been shooting well here. For more on this very pivotal guy, let's go to my colleague, Tim Brand. Tim?
All right, Dick, you're right. The Phoenix Suns feel that Kevin Johnson is the catalyst, but Tom Chambers is the key, and he did not play well Tuesday night in Game 5. But I just talked to him, and he said Tuesday night is just a memory. He said he always shoots well in this building, well over 50%, and he fully expects to do that here tonight. He was also very candid about the pressure. He said he does feel it. He said his teammates feel it. They're one game away from elimination. But he also said this is how he handles it. From the minute he walked in tonight, he was with his son, Skyler. Skyler was with him and fed him during warm-ups, and Tom Chambers had the hot hand. And one other thing, Tom Chambers said the pressure motivates him. Now from the Portland bench, my colleague, James Brown. JB.
All right, Jimmy, thank you very much. And certainly the most troubling statistic for Portland coach Rick Adelman is his team's 1-5 road record during these playoffs, including 2 unsuccessful attempts right here in Phoenix. And when searching for answers, most eyes turn toward team superstar Clyde Drexler, who, although he broke out of a mini super slump with 32 points and 10 rebounds in Game 5 in Portland, he's only averaging 13 points and 2 rebounds a game right here in Phoenix. He said, JB, give Phoenix's aggressive defense some credit. I will not force my shots, but I can guarantee you one thing. I will do whatever is necessary tonight to ensure that there is no Game 7. So coming up, the 1990 NBA playoffs, Game 6 of the Western Conference Final between Phoenix and Portland. Starting lineup when we come back.
CBS Sports coverage of the National Basketball Association Western Conference Finals is sponsored by today's Chevrolet, who invite you to see why nobody's winning like the heartbeat of America. Garden Grip Garden Tools from True Temper, the great escape from yard work. And by Miller Lite, bringing you the exciting conclusion of the Tour de Life.
Well, at Chicago Stadium, it's the Madhouse on Madison Street. Here in Phoenix, the Madhouse on McDowell Street. Veterans Memorial Coliseum in Phoenix, sold out, 14,000 plus. And the starting lineup for the visiting Portland Trailblazers. Jerome Kersey and Buck Williams are the forwards. Terry Porter and Clyde Drexler the guards, and Kevin Duckworth is the center. Rick Adelman, the starting guard on the original Trailblazer team 20 years ago. For the Phoenix Suns, up front, their star, Tom Chambers, and veteran Kurt Rambis. In the backcourt, Kevin Johnson and Jeff Hornacek. Mark West is the center. And the second oldest coach in the NBA, next to Chuck Daly, is Cotton Fitzsimmons. You're looking at Paul Westphal, who will succeed Cotton, and right behind Paul is Cotton Fitzsimmons, who now has reached the conference finals 2 years in a row. Rick Adelman in his first year as head coach. The Trailblazers have never lost a series when they were leading 3-2. So that's something to think about tonight. They'll be in black and Phoenix will be in white. Key man is point guard Terry Porter, Hubie.
Well, every game, Terry Porter has come in big, and especially in Portland, where he loves to take the last shot to put you up or down. Has the courage to take the shot.
Jake O'Donnell, Jess Kersey, Dick Bavetta. Working tonight's 6th game. One of the rare times the Los Angeles Lakers have had to sit home and watch. Only one time previously in the decade, that was when the Houston Rockets won the Western Conference in 1986. Kersey and West jumping. So they use Kersey instead of Duckworth, and they're going to jump it again. And it's going to be Portland's ball. It started out.
Well, Portland is a team that likes to run a lot of motion, try to get Drexler in a one-on-one from a wing situation, or even post him up versus Hornacek.
Buck Williams guarded by Rambis. And Buck Williams quickly put the Trailblazers in front.
Now, when you're looking at Phoenix, Phoenix is a team that likes to establish low post action with either Chambers or West early in the game. And then when things break down, they like to go to a lot of pick-and-roll basketball.
Off the screen is Hornacek. Inside to West. Tied up.
They keep him right close to that basket within 5 or 10 feet and let him operate.
Kevin Johnson on Porter. Porter on Johnson. One of the big matchups. Kersey. Everyone's perfect thus far.
Both teams are high-tempo, high-powered. We have 2 of the top 4 scoring teams in the league.
Rambis. Maybe an extra pass attempted in there, and he throws it away. He had the jumper, and then he tried to penetrate.
Coach, the old story, do not leave your feet unless you're going to shoot the ball first.
Duckworth. The big guy who likes to shoot from outside more than play inside. Drexler. This is a 3-point attempt. Duckworth the rebound. And the first foul of the game, and Drexler will go to the free throw line.
All year long, Portland, the #1 rebounding team in the NBA. Throughout the playoffs, 15 games, they are averaging 16 offensive rebounds a game. That's a lot of second shot opportunities.
Tom Chambers commits the foul, and here is Drexler coming off that 32-point game. He had struggled offensively until the last game in Portland.
Well, he hasn't been shooting, Wally. You know, during the 15 games that they've played in, his shooting percentage is in the low 40s.
Chambers trying to post up against Buck Williams.
They do an excellent job in reversing the ball from side to side.
Duckworth really holds down a lot of space inside.
Interesting. We're not seeing any double teaming inside low.
3 on the shot clock. Kevin Johnson loses it. Another Phoenix turnover. Here's Percy going all the way with it. And he tried to force a pass. So both teams have been tentative when they've gotten inside tonight. Kevin Johnson can't come back.
That's Kevin, what he does best. Very, very quick at switching hands, penetrating, and will always attack the basket.
They don't double team Porter. West is threatening to. 8 on the shot clock. Porter. Long range. Hornacek the rebound. It's amazing how Phoenix, when they're on the road, takes perimeter shots. They work it inside at home like that. And it's the other way around for Portland.
Because Fitzsimmons wants to push the ball tonight and run from baseline to baseline. He does not want the perimeter shot, especially early in this game.
Amazing how it's easier to do this at home than on the road, though.
Yes, sir.
Here's Duckworth over West.
Kevin Duckworth.
See, Portland feels that they can go into Duckworth, and if Phoenix is not going to double team him, he will consistently get off a good shot opportunity.
Evan Johnson loses it. Phoenix already has turned it over 3 times so far.
Now, this is Kevin at his best. Now, watch how the holes open up, and he'll attack, and you've got to play him for the shot.
Porter outside to Kersey. And Rick Adelman was saying that Kersey was as easily has been the most consistent player game in and game out in the playoffs for Portland. And a 20-second timeout taken by Cotton Fitzsimmons.
Well, if I'm Portland, I'm very, very happy with my penetration, also my perimeter game. Kersey is off to an excellent start. If I'm Cotton, I just don't like the fact that Portland is dominating the basketball right now, and even when they shoot and miss, they're getting the rebound.
There you see the problems that the Trailblazers have faced, not only in this series, but in the previous series against San Antonio.
Well, people feel that they look lethargic when they go on the road. But when you talk to Coach Adelman, what does he say? He says that, listen, we have not had 2 days off in between a home game and a road game. Our team needs a little rest period.
So you mean he wants to win tonight and then rest for next Tuesday's final?
Well, I think that would give you 4 days off, and then on the 5th day, you'll play at 9 o'clock at night.
That would work well for him. Following the timeout, Kevin Johnson has it slapped away. Already 4 turnovers in less than 4 minutes of this first quarter, and Buck Williams is fouled going to the hoop, and the Blazers are feeding the Suns back down the floor.
Well, during the course of the 82-game season, Portland is one of the quickest teams that we have in this league going from end line to end line. They just had a 4-on-2 break kick.
And Tom Chambers has picked up 2 quick fouls, and that's going to be a problem for Cotton now.
Well, big decision. Some coaches will take a player out with 2. Others say, hey, listen, I have a lot of faith in him. He's got an all-star reputation, and, you know, it's going to have to be almost a flagrant to get that 3rd.
What a great story for Buck Williams, who had been in the shadow playing for the lowly New Jersey Nets for so many years. He has added a lot of character to the Portland Trailblazers, besides the good active play at power forward for them. Goggles as a result of being hit in the eye in the Dallas series. So now here come the Suns, who have turned the ball over 4 times, and they have taken shots. Hornacek.
Excellent half-court execution. Hornacek came off 2 picks that time, the 3 and start.
Percy, long range. Johnson, and here comes Phoenix trying to run it. They got a 4-on-2 right now. Kevin Johnson didn't see anything. Blazers by 4.
One thing you do not want to do is force, especially when you have so many seconds left on the shot clock.
7 right now. Hornacek again. Rambis with the offensive rebound. And they're going to call the foul against Buck Williams, I believe.
Well, on that was an excellent effort by Rambis. And Buck came in and kind of hooked him from the side. Let's take a look at it now. Look to the right of your screen. Here it is there. You see, they catch Buck grabbing and then also slashing back with the right arm.
4 minutes gone by in the first quarter of game number 6. Dick Stockton and Hubie Brown, along with Tim Brand and James Brown tonight. Hornacek, the opening basket count for the Browns. Rexler committing the foul.
Second team foul.
Now you'll see on the kickback, they catch Portland trying to maneuver, but you notice no intimidation with the shot block and absolutely no one taking away the lane to the basket.
He's a scrapper, Jeff Hornacek, and he has scored 5 points to lead the Phoenix scorers so far, and it's a 1-point Blazers lead. And they're going to have a foul against Portland.
Well, they call Kersey. Yeah, good call, Dick. They catch Kersey. Adelman is really upset. Now, you'll see on this pick and roll, you'll see the movement. There's the pick. You see he moved. More important, he picked the forearms up. That's where the call came from.
Kevin Johnson goes up and is fouled. When he penetrates, he can dish off, and a lot of good things happen for the Suns. When he doesn't, that's the way Portland would like him to play.
Well, he's such a hard cover. Terry Porter is one of the premier defensive point guards they have in this league. Now, most guys will like to favor one way off the dribble. This young man will take you to his right or left, and then you better play him because he can not only make the pass, but he is a big-time scorer.
The last Portland foul was not on Kersey, but they called it on Clyde Drexler. What's significant is that becomes Drexler's second personal. So Drexler has 2, and so does Tom Chambers for Phoenix.
Well, now we have both coaches gambling now. 2 premier players. Chambers at one end, Drexler at the other in foul trouble.
Those are the 2 players that Tim and JB talked about at the top of our telecast. Here's Kevin Duckworth. Rebound inside by Kersey, and a good move, but Duckworth loves to hit from outside, doesn't he?
Yeah, but you know, on that pick and roll, Dick, he should go to the basket because the layup is there.
Kevin Johnson foul.
Easy now, easy. You can't let tempers go there. This is too important a ball game.
And he's got to realize that in the 6th game of a conference final, you're going to get hit like that.
But see, he flew right by his man. He came in on a staggered dribble, exploded right past Terry Porter. And once he got down inside, here he is now. See, he didn't like the fact that he got hit real hard by the big guy. But when you're at that size and you go down in there, you know you got to take it.
Foul is on Duckworth, and the 4th team foul against Portland. One more in there in the penalty.
On a previous foul, ladies and gentlemen, the foul.
They're making an announcement on the previous foul. And I wonder if it's about the Drexler or Kersey foul. In any event, Kevin Johnson hits the first free throw. You know, Kevin signed a contract with the Oakland A's as a shortstop and was actually considering to go the same route as Danny Ainge did when he played for the Celtics and the Toronto Blue Jays. Didn't go that way. Drexler. Rebound by Kersey inside against Chambers. See, Chambers didn't want to pick up the 3rd foul, and Kersey did not hit the shot. He had a good one. Phoenix with West on the break takes the lead. Their first lead of the game.
See, if Phoenix will just take care of their defensive board, they can kick the ball out and get a 3-on-2, 3-on-1 fast break anytime. It's there.
Duckworth against West. Gets his own rebound. Misfiring and rushing his shot. And the Suns leading by 2, nearly halfway through this first quarter. Kevin Johnson.
Well, if you're Phoenix, you love this pace, all right? This is what they'd like, 120-point game.
And the fatigue factor only becomes evident later in the game. And Portland now shooting perimeter shots and missing from out there. Kevin Johnson has it knocked away and won't go to the free throw line again. And they're in the penalty now. That's the 15th foul against the Trailblazers.
Well, you see, if I'm Rick Adelman, I'm upset. Kevin Johnson is blowing by everyone and breaking my defense down.
Kersey commits the foul here.
Now, if I'm Phoenix, I'm happy with this because anytime that Portland shoots, keep an eye on Clyde Drexler coming to the board. You'll see that we've numbered 4 people. Now, once this shot goes up, Portland wants that offensive board. And now on this fake, you'll see that they have 4 guys down in this area. Any pick
out to start the fast break is catching them where they cannot get back, and you'll see a 2-on-1, 3-on-2 type of a situation. Excellent execution by the Phoenix Suns.
And Portland has a lot of guys near the glass, and it's paid off with offensive rebounds, an edge in every game but one. That's 25 more offensive rebounds than Phoenix in the series.
Well, anytime that you pound the offensive boards, you've got to have that defensive rotation in case of the miss.
Eddie Johnson, who's normally been a sharpshooter, coming off the bench for the Phoenix Suns, but has been ice cold, has come in the game for the Phoenix Suns. He has struggled in a big way in this series. Cotton Fitzsimmons hoping he can break out in this important game. Meanwhile, Kevin Johnson shooting 2. There's Eddie Johnson, who is only 1 for 10 from three-point territory. And now the Phoenix guards have accounted for 12 of their 18 points.
The thing that I do not like so far in the Portland offense is there's not enough movement so that Phoenix will have to play you honestly. They can pack their people in on the opposite side of the floor to help out in the rebound.
Eddie Johnson guarding Kersey, and Kersey hits the jumper outside. He's got 8 points and is the game high scorer.
Well, you can live with that early, Dick, but we know over the 48 minutes it will eventually break down.
Kevin Johnson penetrating. KJ gives the Suns a 4-point lead.
Well, we just got a
technical foul.
Yes, indeed. And they're calling on Kevin Johnson. You'll see that once he makes this field goal right here, now watch him now what he does as he comes out.
Number 7, KJ.
He threw the basketball
To be shot by number 30.
You'll see it from this angle here. Now you see he threw the basketball, and what they want to do is they do not want to instigate anything. Now that's a very costly technical foul.
Terry Porter hits the free throw. There's such a thing, of course, as a delay of game warning when you knock the ball away, but when you throw it right at the opposition, that's a tee.
Well, you know, that came off of when he drove in about 2 plays before, and he was sent to the floor by Duckworth.
But he's so angelic looking, I can't imagine Kevin Johnson would ever do a thing like that.
Right. Listen, all I know, if I'm Terry Porter, I'm looking at a long night here because Kevin Johnson is off and running.
Looking inside to Duckworth. He's got that big body. West held ground. Lead is 3 for the Suns.
See, he's getting the shot without any double teaming, Dick, but he's missing. I would kind of go away from him a while and let him get his feet.
Kevin Johnson falling away. Very tough shot for maybe the best pure point guard in the league. Porter settles for the perimeter shot. There he is, averaging 21, the best shooter on the team, according to everyone.
The difference, at one end we're seeing a lot of jump shots, at the other we're seeing penetration inside the painted area, and that has been to the advantage of Phoenix.
There it is again, pick and roll to Mark West. But Hubie, isn't that been the case in Portland? It's the other team that gets inside, and here Phoenix gets inside, and Portland is relegated to shooting outside jumpers.
Well, you're right about that. I can't say otherwise. By the way, was that a roundhouse dunk by West?
Knocked away, Drexler. Duckworth. He's still struggling, but he's still firing. Hornacek, quick release. With under 4 minutes to go in the first quarter.
Jeff Hornacek has developed his game into one of the premier open floor shooters that we have in the NBA.
Now they're going to post Drexler up against the shorter Hornacek. West came out to help though. Good double team. Traveling called against Kurt Rambis, and a timeout requested by Rick Adelman.
Now right here we have a mismatch as far as post play. Clyde Drexler can shoot up over the top of Hornacek at will. But Hornacek's job is not to let him use the spin moves and get to the rim.
Back back in Phoenix, and Kurt Rambis of the Suns is their one man with championship experience, and he explained what the game plan was coming in to this critical Game 6.
Well, I think, one, we have to establish our defensive aggression, and we have to take the ball to the basket offensively. If we can come out and force them to take shots that they don't want to take, we're going to lower their percentage, and then we're going to have everybody concentrating on rebounding, get our fast break going, and if we're taking the ball to the basket rather than settling for outside shots, then we're going to have a pretty good ball game. If we let them force us out, which I'm sure they're going to want to do defensively, and make us take shots we don't want to take, then we're going to be in for a long night.
All right, Dick, one of the focal points during this timeout, Cotton Fitzsimmons kept saying to Kurt Rambis, we got to stay on the boards. We got to do that offensive rebounding. You know, Rambis is one of the fans' favorites here. One reason is because a lot of them think they can beat him one-on-one. The other is he does all the dirty jobs, like rebounding. They handed out his glasses earlier. A lot of them are wearing those glasses. They call them Dirty Kurt's because of those dirty jobs.
Well, he did the dirty work for 4 titles with the Lakers, and that championship ethic was the reason why Cotton Fitzsimmons wanted him here in Phoenix after he went expansion.
Absolutely. Major addition to the team. The guys that do all of the dirty work, the intangibles. Now, Portland insists on going down inside. In the early scoring, they've only scored 6 points down low. Phoenix, on the other hand, 18 points, all coming off the breaker, Kevin.
Buck Williams fouled. That'll be the 3rd team foul against Phoenix, and Kurt Rambis, who we just heard from, commits his first foul.
Now, this is a major matchup because we have the 2 key rebounders for both clubs here. And there it is, excellent defense. He went up strong. Sure, he pumped them that time, but at the end of the game, he didn't get away with that one.
3 minutes, 18 seconds to go in the first period. During the regular season, the Trailblazers won 59 games. That's as many games as the world champion Pistons won in the Eastern Conference. Phoenix had 54 victories.
Well, you know, Buck Williams, 3-time All-Star player, Dick, 3 times at New Jersey. He played in 5 playoffs. People kind of forget that, how good that team was early in his career.
Hornacek had a screen from West in the pick and roll. Kevin Johnson can't save it. And another turnover. Tom Chambers has yet to take a shot. He is on the bench with 2 personal fouls. And there's a 20-point scorer who has been of no help to the Suns thus far.
There you go. This is the most movement that they've had since we started this game.
Porter penetrates nicely. And Terry Porter now with 5, and all 5 starters have scored for the Blazers.
See, it isn't like Terry Porter can't beat Kevin off the dribble. He can do all these things, but the ball must be moved so guys can take advantage of small openings on the floor.
Clearing out. Clock running down to 5 seconds. Hornacek to the runner. He's had a terrific first quarter with 9 points.
You gotta love Phoenix ball movement. If they don't have it, they switch sides and they allow you to take your man one-on-one.
20 points now for the starting guards for Phoenix. Buck Williams is blocked by Mark West.
See, here they are again.
Kevin Johnson beating inside. Eddie Johnson is blocked by Buck Williams at that side. Now Portland on the wide open game. First is in and is fouled.
Now keep an eye right here. An excellent defense there by the trap, and now the shot block by Mark West. Always in the top 10 in shot blocking in the league.
And in college, he is the 3rd all-time leading shot blockers of college ranks behind Ralph Sampson and Tree Rollins out of Old Dominion University. Here's Wayne Cooper, good shot blocker in his own right, coming in replacing Duckworth. Porter is going out of the game, and Danny Young, the backup point guard, is checked in. He misses the free throw. Suns by 4.
Well, let's see if they get Eddie Johnson, one of the premier 6 men in this league, going with some shot opportunities. Here's the stagger pick for him. Nice pass.
Leading Rambis, couldn't hold on to it. Cooper has it knocked away, but it's Portland ball.
In this league, Dick, in traffic, shovel passes are so hard to pick up because of the size of the players.
Dan Marley and Andrew Lang getting set to come in the game for the Suns. They're at the scores table. Danny Young gets his own rebound on the miss. And they're going to call a Portland foul. And Kersey will pick up his second. So Jerome Kersey and Clyde Drexler each with 2. Here's Marley. And here is Lang, the player from Arkansas in his second year. Marley's an interesting story on the Olympic team.
He is a fierce competitor, and when you think that this season he started off with mononucleosis and what happened, he missed an awful lot of early playoff time, especially during the exhibition season. But he's as hard as nails. Cotton considers him a starter because he plays 30 minutes.
Flip Robinson, who was a second-round draft pick, who has the good ability to defend, has scored around 8 points during this series. Is in the game now for Portland, shooting woefully at 35%. Drexler is fouled, and now both teams are in the penalty.
See, I would like, if I'm coaching Portland, I would like to see the movement of the ball when you get Drexler in these one-on-one situations. You see, now here's good team defense that time by Phoenix, but you see, he's so quick. He can spin move, and once he comes out of there, because of his incredible leaping ability, he usually gets off a pretty good shot.
Foul is on Dan Marley. Drexler misses the second free throw. But the Trailblazers trail by 5. And considering that they got romped twice here, that's not a bad score right now for them. Kevin Johnson, wild from the corner, and releasing early is Drexler. And it's the three-point game.
Well, one of the weapons that Portland has used over the course of the year is that when a shot will go up, many times Drexler will release. Now, you're gambling that you're going to get the rebound, but you can hit him in the open floor.
Eddie Johnson breaks through. Maybe that'll be a confidence builder for Eddie. Williams. Cooper. And it's Wayne Cooper who tipped it in. Cooper. Kevin Johnson. Basket does not count, and a foul before the shot. He'll go to the line to shoot 2.
See, he's on a roll. He's really on a roll right now. Now watch as this shot goes up. You'll notice Drexler at the top of the circle just take right off, and there it is. The people that you have at the defensive end, at the offensive end of the floor must see that and rotate back.
Penalty shot.
Porter is going to check back in, and Cooper goes out. So a smaller lineup in there now for the Phoenix Suns, and according to Rick Adelman, a better defensive unit.
Well, this is his club that he likes to play, and many times at the end of the game, they use Buck Williams as the center, mainly because of the fact that West is out of the game in this matchup with Phoenix, and then he has 4 road runners at the other position.
You saw Andrew Lang check out after a brief appearance, and Tim Perry check in. Difference of about 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock in the waning seconds of the first period. Feed inside, and Clip Robinson found Porter, and it's a 34-31 game. Phoenix plays for the last shot. Marley, long range, off the mark. Rambis has time for a 3. And that'll do it. Kevin Johnson had a great first period with 13 points and 5 assists, but Portland can't complain. And that's the end of the first period with the score. Suns 34, Blazers 31. We'll return to the Veterans Memorial Coliseum in Phoenix after this message and a word from your local station.
CBS Sports coverage of the National Basketball Association Western Conference Finals is sponsored by Bugle Boys. In jeans and casual fashion, Bugle Boys leading the charge. BF Goodrich TA Tires, the athletic shoes for your car. And by Plymouth and your local Plymouth dealers who invite you to test drive a Plymouth today.
Welcome back to Phoenix. Dick Stockton with Hubie Brown, Tim Brand, and James Brown as the 1990 NBA playoffs move along into period number 2. Game 6 Western Final. Detroit leads 3-2 in the East, and here in Phoenix, the Suns trying to move to a 7th game and try to win on the road, but they got to win at home first, and they're up by 3 after 1.
Phoenix is playing their game. They want 120 points. They're right on the course. They're making their outside shots, and Kevin is breaking down the defense. If I'm Portland, I'm very happy. I've got 31. I'm only down 3, and my shooting percentage is subpar, and I'm right in the game.
Tom Chambers, who did not score and picked up 2 fouls, is back in the lineup for the Suns. Drazen Petrovic, the last European player in the NBA who's still performing, has come in for Portland. Hornacek, who had a great first quarter, misses. Petrovic the rebound. He's from Zagreb, Yugoslavia, and a fine shooter.
Yes, he is. He's been struggling here, and especially on the foul line. He's only 1 for 8. But they go to him. They think that he'll always knock down the next one.
Good inside move by Cliff Robinson. Robinson actually played center when Duckworth was hurt in the last series.
And did an excellent job. They're very high on him. Good defensive play.
Eddie Johnson running into the basket. Missed the shot, and now a 1-point lead. Portland can take the lead. Led by as many as 6 in the first quarter. Tim Perry is guarding Williams. Good passing, not good spacing for Portland. Cliff Robinson misses. Rebound by Perry.
Excellent defense. They forced him into a very difficult shot.
Chambers looking to get off. Throws up an air ball. Portland again. That was the first shot attempted by Chambers in the game. 3-point attempt by Petrovic.
That's all in his arsenal. They allow him to do that because they're so high on his shooting ability.
Marley trying to post up against Petrovic. Chambers going strong to the hoop. Traveling call before the shot, and Chambers is still snake-bit.
Well, I know he's upset, but that was an excellent call. Because when he did pick up the basketball, he shuffled his feet and took more than the 2-step count.
Andrew Lang back in the lineup for the Suns, and our first look at Mark Bryant, who has not played in 3 of the previous 5 games for Portland.
Well, this is a total second unit, all 5 guys out there.
Cliff Robinson. Perry gets the rebound. They like Perry because he's their best offensive rebounder and can outrace everyone. Chambers. Pump and shoot. Marley. Here's Marley open this time. Somebody had to be open on the double.
Well, Portland does a good job at trying to cut you off with the second unit, but that opens up the kickback for the perimeter shot.
Petrovic travels. Marley was just too much for him.
That is a good matchup. You see, he is a proven scorer. He's a big-time scorer coming over from Europe, and he plays in spurts. They feel that in the future, he's going to be a major scorer in this league.
Despite a lead for Phoenix, their leading scorer, Tom Chambers, has really been hampered and hasn't done it. Now, Chambers has had some brilliant shooting games, as you saw in 2, 3, and 4, struggled in 5, and can't get underway at all so far. What do you do as the coach looking at what Chambers has done so far tonight?
Well, first of all, you got to give him credit. He's staying within the offense, and he's not trying to force the action. You're talking about the 4th leading scorer in this league at 27 points a game. Now, he's been around a lot. He's not going to force the action. Now, you either clear aside, let him go one-on-one, or you post him up, and then the third way is you hope that he gets out on the break and gets a couple of layups.
He even appears hesitant when he has the ball outside. Posting up right now setting a pick, Hornacek. He's inside for Tim Perry. So far, Perry has done a nice job off the boards and has been very active on both ends.
Well, Cotton is happy about his development. They feel that it gives them another shot blocker. He and Lang, 2 young players, they can leap, and they're very quick in changing ends.
Danny Young, this is the layup on the penetration. They're going to jump it with Lang and Bryant, and they go nose to nose.
Yeah, that's all right. You know, you're a coach. You don't mind that. You know, these are 2 guys that even if they should leave this game, it's not going to change the course of the game.
I don't think they'd want to hear that.
Yeah, but wait a second. But what you like is that if you're Phoenix, Cotton, you love the fact that your guy's going in there shot blocking and using his body. Now you'll see here, hey, they're going after that rebound. What's so bad about that? Neither guy's going to back down.
A double technical foul has been called, which is the right call. This looks like a preview of a heavyweight championship fight, doesn't it?
Hey, and they are heavyweights, let me tell you. You have two big bodies in there.
They're going to jump it up following the double technicals. And Bryan and Lang shake hands and come out at the bell. Should be Phoenix ball. That's what I thought, too. Suns ball, last touch by Petrovic. Phoenix shooting nearly 60% despite Tom Chambers' woes. Nearly 3 minutes gone by, second quarter. Here's Hornacek. He knows the rims here at the Coliseum.
Yeah, but see, you've got to get to him and make him put the ball down on the floor. You know, he shoots 54%, and that's hard to do for a guard in this league.
Petrovic, the smooth shooter, comes back. He hasn't had a chance to get the shot off much of the series. Danny Young made a good play. He deflected what was a good fast break.
You know, I feel remiss because Danny Young has done an excellent job on dribble penetration by the guards, and that was a terrific effort by him. He stopped the layup.
And as a reward, he gets to sit down, and Terry Porter comes back in.
Well, you saw his head was down. You know, he doesn't relish coming out right now. He feels he's making a contribution.
Marley. Basket will go, and the foul, and a chance for a three-point play. Rick Adelman doesn't believe it.
You see, that was a smart move. Marley posted Petrovic up, and he's going to make a spin move and take him strong to the basket. As soon as he heard the whistle, you see right there, the hand in the lower back, there's the hit right there, and now he completes the play. Petrovic's got to understand what you do is you put Marley down on the floor so he doesn't make the field goal.
He gets the three out of it, and it's 43-35. They've outscored him. Of course, Phoenix has 9-2 since Portland came within one.
It's like we said, one of the strong suits was the second team scoring here and here, but they are not doing it tonight.
Bryant, too many steps. So Phoenix has the ball and their biggest lead of this first half, 8 points.
See, if you're Portland, you got to be careful now that you don't go too long with this group and then get down in double figures.
Hornacek fouled and almost had another hoop. Cotton. We got to the conference final with Kansas City in '81, and of course last year when Phoenix was swept by the Lakers. Hornacek will go to the line, and Terry Porter has chalked up his second personal foul. For the guards, starting guards, Kevin Johnson and Hornacek have accounted for 25 of the 44 points scored by Phoenix, as Buck Williams and Clyde Drexler check back in. So now the Stormtroopers are back in now for the Blazers.
Well, you know, when you look at Jeff Hornacek's game, he's just average foot speed, but he has developed himself into a great shooter from 18 to 20 feet. And then when he does give you a ball fake, he can go by. If you foul him, he's murder on the foul line.
And Kersey has also come in. Those three starters in a hurry in for the Blazers, who are down by 10. Kersey is double teamed and illegal defense.
See, Cotton's uptight here because he thought he had a 3-second call on Kersey, who was definitely in the painted area.
Legal defense. That's a warning. Next time will be a technical. Kevin Duckworth has come in for Wayne Cooper, so now all of the starters are back in there for the Portland Trailblazers. Buck Williams against Chambers. Blocked by Lang. Buck can't believe he wasn't fouled or called for. Here's a guy who doesn't complain much, though.
He's saying, where's my respect?
Clyde Drexler. Chambers the rebound. Drexler is 1 for 5. Duckworth 1 for 7. Basket by Tim Perry and a foul. The X factor could be the kid from Temple, Tim Perry, and Jerome Kersey has picked up his third personal foul.
I just watched the quickness of Perry in that left lane. You know, he's 6'9", and he can finish. He really attacks the basket. Cotton says major development in his game, and he has a lot of confidence that he can give them big points and defense.
Welcome backstage here at Veterans Coliseum in Phoenix, Arizona. I'm Tim Brandt. On one of the busiest days of the year for the Suns here before Game 6, their fax machine today was jammed, totally jammed. Why, you ask? Well, because a radio station in Portland got their fax number, gave it out over the air up in Portland, and they were besieged by hundreds of fax from all the fans up there in Trailblazer country. Hundreds of fax that said Blazer by 4, or you're not coming back, or it's over, the Blazers are going to take it. Busiest day of the year, but it's also the latest in fan warfare. Dick?
All right, Tim. Well, as a matter of fact, the heck with that.
Was that bad? That was bad.
Suns are on a 13-2 run. Portland came within one, but the Suns bench, Tim Perry, Dan Marley, even Andrew Lang outplayed the Portland bench in a big way.
Well, Cotton Fitzsimmons feels that your bench plays better at home. They don't have people yelling at them, booing them, trying to intimidate them. I know that's exactly what he said.
That's right.
And he said yesterday that his bench would give a big production tonight. So far, he's right.
What a soothsayer he is.
Well, you know, when you have Perry and Lang out there, you have 2 shot blockers, and then you have another guy at 6'10" in Tommy Chambers. So you have good size.
Flip Robinson in for Portland. Porter. Duckworth better hustle. Marley may beat him to it.
We try to get that point across. Never let the ball go out of bounds when you can go and catch it yourself. First of all, you get in trouble, maybe with an accidental foul, or you're giving a referee who might not have actually seen a good look at it a chance to call it the other way.
Porter waits for the fake and hits the jumper. So Porter now with 9 points. He is the leading scorer along with Kersey, who has 3 fouls. Kersey on the bench right now for Portland.
They've got to get Drexler going offensively.
Lead is 10, Chambers. Talk about a guy who needs to get going offensively.
I'd say Buck Williams is doing an excellent job in taking away that left-handed drive that Chambers likes so much.
Flip Robinson open. Marley, Phoenix looking to run it up.
You know, they've had 3 very impressive dunks, all right, by West, Lang, and now right here. That was beautiful.
Drexler double team. Now Duckworth trying to set a pick for Porter. He does. Here's the pick and roll outside. Duckworth finally hits. He's been struggling from the field.
But you see, at one end we're getting layups. At the Phoenix end, at the other end, we're getting jump shots and tough opportunity shots for Portland.
And when they play in Portland, it's all in reverse. Here's Tim Perry. Drexler, but a good move by Perry.
Oh, yeah, that was there.
Lead is 10 for the Suns. Porter in 3-point territory. He hits it. Porter has struggled on the road, but at home has been tremendous. And now he hits a big 3.
12 for 25 in threes during this series. They're major numbers.
That's 50%. Good from anywhere. Chambers. But there's Marley. Great second effort by Marley.
Marley's one of these guys. He picks up every loose ball. He takes charges. He's flying on the break.
Drexler goes in, and he is fouled. That'll be the first team foul against Phoenix here in the second quarter with 5.5 minutes remaining.
See, I like what Drexler's doing. He's attacking. Now, here we have Phoenix going. This is their game. Watch the cutters down the middle of the floor all night long from now to the end, because the defense is getting a little soft at the Portland end. Watch the cutters coming down the middle of the floor off the fast break for Phoenix.
Tim Perry's foul is first. Fast break points. Phoenix has it, but it's amazing how Portland and Phoenix are Jekyll and Hyde teams depending on whether they are home or away.
Yeah, but you see, the one consistent also today is the lousy foul shooting by Portland. All right? And they're only shooting 60-some-odd% in this series.
Marley gets through again. 11 points, all in the second quarter for Marley. Duckworth.
Yeah, see, he hurt his hand.
Yep.
And that's the hand.
That's the hand that he broke.
That's absolutely right. He's not a happy camper, I'll tell you that right now. He's really simmering. When you see a man that strong go down and sit on the floor, you know that he is really hurt.
He came back in Game 7 of the San Antonio series. Gave the team a big boost in that deciding game up in Portland. Hornacek doing a terrific defensive job on Porter, even though he hit that three. Couldn't do any better than Jeff did. Scramble, and it's going to be Portland's ball.
Portland back did an excellent job that time. See, that's trying to thread the Here we go here. Now, keep an eye on Duckworth right underneath. All right, there goes the hand, and as it comes now, you see he falls. He trips, and he falls right on the hand.
Kevin Johnson checks back in. He and Hornacek have each scored 13 thus far. 4.5 to play in the first half.
There it is.
Pick and roll Duckworth from Porter.
If he'll just roll on that pick and roll, because they switch every time, Dick, and he has a guard playing him.
I keep telling him that.
Oh, all right.
But that's the way to run it, and it's 53 to 48 timeout. Chicago Bulls will try to stay alive as the Pistons will try to wrap up the Eastern Final. Game 6 tomorrow night, 9 o'clock Eastern, right here on CBS. Now let's send over to James Brown. JB?
All right, Dick, and with the reminder that coming up in just a few moments on the Prudential at the half, we'll bring you up to date on all the latest in sports news, including some of the day's happenings in Major League Baseball. And you talked about that Eastern Conference clash between Detroit and Chicago. We'll preview that series tomorrow and also give you a profile of a guy who's long since had superstar numbers, but not necessarily a superstar personality. Phoenix's Tom Chambers, and we'll let you know if that's still the case. Now let's go back over to Dick and Beauty.
Thank you, James. Kevin Duckworth's hand, which he kind of aggravated, is all right, which is good news for the Portland Trail Blazers. 5-point lead for the Suns. They had a lead as high as 12 in this quarter. Kevin Johnson tries to get it to West, but there was that big body Duckworth again. Porter behind the Duckworth, and he lays it in, and now it's a 3-point game.
See, I like what Portland did that time. They trapped with the big man using Duckworth and Porter, trapped Kevin Johnson, did not allow, oh, watch out.
Kevin Johnson penetrates, goes into Duckworth. The basket counts and the foul as Duckworth is holding the side of his head.
Now that was as fine an acrobatic shot as I have seen this season. Because out at the top of the circle, we had a bump with Robinson right here, and Kevin, they just split. Now watch as he goes up, he turns, he gets hit, and now look at that. He lost control, but fortunately the shot was soft enough to grab the rim. Now you see, here's the penetration, strong move, and here's your elevation. Look at that.
Duckworth,
outstanding.
It was. That's why he really is one of the coming exciting stars in this league. Duckworth with his second.
Well, you know, when you think of small men in this league, you think of Isaiah Thomas and Kevin Johnson, and both of them are fearless off the dribble into that painted area.
Duckworth, or Johnson, already has 9 free throw attempts as Drexler scores 56-52 Suns.
See, they've got to get Drexler in this game off the dribble because it's there. I don't think Hornacek and Marley can play him over any period of time.
Chambers still has not scored. Came in averaging 23 a game in the playoffs. Marley deflected, I believe, by Cliff Robinson.
Got the long arms. 6'10". He's got the long arms. Shot block.
Porter with another 3 attempt, and he has 3-point baskets. And the Portland Trail Blazers are down by 1. They have hit their last 7 shots, putting a big scare into the Suns in the last 3 minutes here. And Kevin Johnson's I can't go, and a timeout call. Kevin Johnson apparently pulled what looked to be a hamstring. We're going to have the replay here.
Let's see how we go. Let's keep an eye on him right now. Now you can see he's limping right there. And it must have happened at the opposite end of the floor as he was coming back.
He's going to the dressing room. We'll have a report on that.
You talk about a major loss. This is the guy who breaks you down, breaks your defense down, and then he has the presence of not only completing the pass, but then he also is very capable of scoring 25 to 30 points under pressure.
Well, he's the heart of the team. When he goes out, it reminds us last year of when Byron Scott and Magic Johnson went out for the Lakers with hamstrings in the NBA Finals.
You say, how valuable is he? You know, in this series, he's averaging 23 points a game. He's giving you 12 assists. And that's not counting how he's constantly pushing the basketball up the floor. And what Cotton is relying on tonight is a fatigue factor hurting Portland.
And the thing is, you wonder as you look over at the Portland huddle what it does to them psychologically, because they look kind of down right now, wondering what happened to Kevin Johnson. Right now, let's check in with Tim Brandt. Tim?
All right, Dick, I was just talking to Joe Prosky, the trainer. They just took him in here. I walked in with Joe, and he said it is definitely a pulled hamstring. They're going to try to ice it down, keep him out the rest of the half, and see if possibly he can go in the second half. But Kevin Johnson walked in and said, I just can't push it. I just cannot go, Dick.
Here it is again. Now, following the Suns' 13-2 run, the Blazers went on an 18-7 bulge. So headaches now for Cotton Fitzsimmons, with the Suns' lead only a point.
Well, Jeff Hornacek, when he came into the league, was a point guard, and they use a three-guard situation here. Anytime Kevin is out, you have Hornacek on the point and Marley at the second guard position. So they have played major minutes with this group.
West is also in. Chambers still can't score. And Portland with an opportunity to lead after trailing by 12 here in the second quarter. 2:35 to go. Clyde Drexler hits the jumper, and Portland has regained the lead by 1.
See, what I like if I'm reviewing Portland is the fact that Drexler is more involved in the last 5 minutes.
The two big guns, the catalyst and the big score for Phoenix, are hurting. One on the court hurting and one in the dressing room hurting.
Plenty of time, 8 seconds on the clock.
Chambers has it knocked away by Drexler, and it's kicked out of bounds. So it'll be Phoenix ball and a new 24-second clock.
We said the strength of Phoenix is their fast breaking, but also their ball movement from side to side. And over this last 3 to 4 minutes here, where Portland has made a surge, it's because Phoenix is basically standing still.
Eddie Johnson, they're going to need offense, and they're going to need it from Eddie Johnson, who has scored 4 points. Under 2 minutes to go in the first half. Crowd is quiet, kind of distressed right now. West to Marley. And a 3-second violation called against the Suns. Phoenix is out of sync and out of their two big guns right now.
Hey, Cotton is upside, but you know, you're only one down. You're at home and you're only one down. You know, you can shake the cobwebs out, you know, but you have to have some movement on the baseline and get everyone involved.
Two ways to look at it. You're only one down, but normally you've been up by 20 when you've been playing this team here. And a foul
on number 34.
And that will be the second team foul on the second on Tim Perry.
See, I think this is smart basketball because Buck Williams, Tim Perry on Buck Williams in the low post area. Perry keeps playing behind Buck, allowing him to catch the ball close to the basket, and Buck can really muscle him around in that low post.
Well, if I'm the Trailblazers and I want to steal one on the road, they won't get a better opportunity ever in any series than what they have here. Buck Williams misses the layup. West the rebound.
That's all right. He's going strong to the basket, and that's a major factor.
Hornacek trying to do what Kevin Johnson does, and he did there. Phoenix again up. Porter lost it. Trying to save it and doing a great job of it was Eddie Johnson. Here's Tim Perry driving baseline. Air ball. 1 minute to go in the first half. Phoenix led by 3 after the first quarter. Marley strips Drexler. Porter is back. Foul. And Porter will pick up his 3rd foul as a result of that breakaway situation by Marley.
Well, you'll see here now, Drexler, as he brings the ball out, it's too far, too close to Marley. Excellent move, strong fast break penetration to the basket. Marley looked out of the side of to the side, and he caught Terry Porter rotating back, knew that he could take him to the basket.
And if you're Porter, that's not the kind of foul you want to commit from your third. Danny Young, the point guard in for the Blazers. Kurt Rambis replaces Tim Perry. Perry has given the Suns good moments off the bench. Porter has to sit down with 3 fouls. Kersey also with 3 for Portland. Marley's biggest game was in game 2 when he scored 22 points. Phoenix by 3. Hornacek tries to knock it away and does. Okay, the Suns are doing it defensively after they lost their point guard. Marley again. It'll count. Does he want to win this single-handedly, Hubie?
He's the garbage man. He's everywhere. Anything on the floor is his. Now here you see you're trying to thread the needle. You're trying to make a sensational pass to a guard cutter. Now watch this strong move by Marley. Not only is he going up in the air, he had the presence to shift his body and let the defensive player go by.
Buck Williams with his second personal. Crowd chanting Marley's name. He's got 16 now. And a 20-second timeout called by Portland. So without their catalyst, the Phoenix Suns have used defense to come back and regain the lead.
Anytime that a star player goes out on the opposition and you're on the road, you have to caution your people constantly so that they don't lose their train of thought and their focus, and that's what's happening to Portland right now.
Let's get an update on Kevin Johnson from Tim Brand. Tim?
Joe Prosky, the trainer, he has taped ice to it, but he said he doesn't know how bad it is. He said that Kevin did definitely feel it pull. He doesn't know if he'll be able to play at all the rest of the game. They'll find that out when he comes back out and tries to go for warm-ups to start the second half.
So Marley, the garbage man, as you say, and that's what he is, and several other of the Suns have to pick up the slack. We're at the Veterans Memorial Coliseum in Phoenix. Dick Stockton, Hubie Brown, along with Tim Brand and James Brown. Game 6 of the Western Finals.
There's water on the floor in front of the Phoenix bench. The trainer picked that out, Jake O'Donnell, very quick to clear it up. We do not need to have another player go down here on either end of the floor with a serious injury.
We saw that the Suns bench have outscored the Trailblazers bench by a whopping 24-6 margin. And the Suns defense causing turnovers the last 3 times Portland's had the ball. A 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Duckworth breaks a 7-0 run by the Suns.
See, that's there. The open jump shot is there off the pick and roll. But if he would just roll to the front of the rim, he could get a guaranteed layup.
Playing for the last shot of the first half. Perry. And Drexler fires it. And that'll do it. So without Kevin Johnson, who's hurt in a question mark, and Tom Chambers, who has been ineffective and has not scored, Phoenix still leads by 4. And Terry Porter with a great second quarter effort. That's the end of the first half with the score. The Suns 63 and the Blazers 59. James Brown will be along with the Prudential at the half after this message.
CBS Sports coverage of the National Basketball Association Western Conference Finals is sponsored by Jeep and Eagle, official vehicles of the NBA. McDonald's, you know the one. It's McDonald's for food, folks, and fun. And by UPS for guaranteed overnight delivery from coast to coast. UPS runs the tightest ship in the shipping business.
63-59 Phoenix at the half. The story here as the 1990 NBA playoffs continue in Game 6 of the Western Final is Kevin Johnson, who pulled a hamstring. Just under 3 minutes to go in the first half. Phoenix was up by 1. They increased their lead. Trying to see whether he can go. Be a critical loss if he can. Hubie Brown talked to Cotton Fitzsimmons.
Cotton, the status of Kevin Johnson, and also how do you get Chambers in this game?
Well, number one, Kevin's out there warming up now. I would say, Hubie, he would want to play, but I don't think we'll probably play him. It's sore, the hamstring. Okay. Number two, Chambers, we just got to get him in the flow of the game. without Chambers, without Kevin, and Eddie Johnson the way he is, it's a real struggle, Hugh, but we're going to win the ball game.
All right. Good luck, guys. This is totally unexpected that these two guys really would be out of action and ineffective. How can Phoenix win this way? And I know that teams do on a short-term basis when some of their stars are out.
Well, the guard play, the three guards, using Hornacek, Marley, and Kevin Johnson have scored 43 of the point, 47 points here. So it's a guard-oriented affair until Chambers gets his act together. I cannot believe that he is going to stay, you know, Valentine House, shall we say, without a field goal. I honestly feel he's going to get his game going.
Leading scorers, Porter has 18 for Portland. And Marley with 16 off the bench leads Phoenix. Mark West going up over Duckworth, missing the rebound by Drexler. Phoenix led by 3 after 1 quarter, added to their lead by 1 point in the second. Touch pass, Kersey. Air ball, Buck Williams. Foul. Right now, let's go to Tim Brandt. Tim?
Dick, I walked out on the court with Rick Adelman out of the locker room, and he says he cannot worry about the status of Johnson or the off game that Chambers has been having. He's staying with his game. They're going to stay very aggressive, and he liked the way they played to end the first half. He said they're close, they're in great position. What they have to work on now is their transition defense and just get back and stop Phoenix.
They got to stay out of foul trouble, too. Buck Williams fouled by Marley because Kersey and Porter each with 3. There they are, the leading scorers so far at halftime. Phoenix's bench outscoring Portland 24-6 in the first half.
Buck having an excellent game on the boards tonight, and also 6 for 6 from the foul line.
To no one's surprise. Chambers with Marley, West, Rambis, and Hornacek. And a turnover. Here comes Porter. Portland would rather control the tempo and set it up. Phoenix would rather run.
If you look right inside, Kersey's got Hornacek. He's falling for the ball on the other side of the floor.
Buck Williams from outside hits. He's off to a good start in the second half.
Yeah, and Buck knew all along, I'm going to knock in this 18-footer. We don't need. We'll get that mismatch in a couple of minutes.
We're tied at 63. Hornacek is doubled. Buck is doing a great job with Chambers. Hornacek. One-hander. Duckworth and Buck both got it, and Porter knocks it back to Hornacek. It's a 3-on-1 opportunity now for Phoenix. And Tom Chambers still can't buy a hoop. Marley follows up.
What a game. Off the bench, he's got 18 points, and he's just everywhere. He's 7 for 10 from the field, all the loose balls. He's putting his body on people. He's on the glass on the offensive rebounding.
And a good thing with Chambers 0 for 5 in this game. Phoenix by 2. Duckworth and West. Rebound by Drexler. Marley takes it away from him with another 3-on-2. Bounce pass to Chambers. He's off the board, finally.
You know he's going to come to life somewhere along here. I mean, he's just too great a player.
He's capable of scoring 14 and a quarter. Kersey. And Portland now settling for the jump shot. Both these teams can revert.
Now here we have, now watch, there's the coach. Great play by Rick Adelman.
He loves him, but not that much. And we'll have a foul, or is it a legal defense? If it is, it is an illegal defense.
Foul on number 22 by Drexler, his third.
No, it's Drexler's third foul. So we stand corrected. Drexler picks up his third. Drexler and Porter, the starting guards, have 3 fouls, and so does Kersey. Hornacek knocked away. Chambers. That's 2 quick ones for Tom.
You're Portland right now. You do not want to play a quick shot offense. And defensively, you really got to take care of your board down there.
Drexler. Marley was overplaying and is called for the hold. And Dan Marley now has picked up his third foul.
Dan Marley, his third.
He's still going to play recklessly because he's trying to give Drexler different looks. He's not trying to play in the same way 2 times in a row.
Rambis is on Buck Williams.
Duckworth with his one-hander. Duckworth and now with 12 points. Got off to a cold shooting game. Come back, though.
He's a proven scorer during the year.
Behind the back, Hornacek. If Portland winds up, they got a big break here. 2-on-1.
Oh, my God.
Alley-oop, little fancy for a sixth game of a conference final.
Well, when you're 2-on-1, you take the ball to the basket, make the defensive guy play you. That opens the other guy up.
Drexler, hard off the glass. And it's Phoenix's ball.
You know, at pressure playoff time, you hate to see guys get fancy. Just do meat and potato stuff. Every trip down the floor, this is a close ball game.
Chambers. Rambis gets the rebound. They want to get Chambers going. Hornacek behind him. Marley out of the pack. And Rambis is, how are they going to call traveling against Rambis? Hubie, let me ask you, even with Kevin Johnson out, do you think Portland is getting a little tired out there?
Well, the job is that they've not had 3 days off between any games. They're a tired basketball team. Rick realizes this. He told us that what he must do is hurt Phoenix inside and then take advantage of the timeout situation.
Drexler misses. Marley, one-on-one against Porter. They're going to call Porter for the foul, and it's number 4 on the point guard for the Blazers.
Well, they caught a break there. Terry Porter, very disappointed. He thought that he definitely had defensive position that time on Marley.
Marley is keeping the Phoenix Suns afloat here in Game 6, the game they must win if they are to extend the Western Final to a Game 7 on Saturday.
You know, forget the points. He's got 4 offensive rebounds, major. He's got at least 3 to 4 loose balls. He's everywhere today, and he's doing a nice job on Drexler along with him.
He has 20 points. His series high was 22 points in the second game. Duckworth wants someone to move, and Portland stands around.
See, with Marley in foul trouble, Drexler can take him off the dribble or post him up and cause problems.
Phoenix called for the foul away from the hoop. And West with his second foul.
The Cotton man not agreeing with that call.
Kevin Johnson on the sidelines. You heard Cotton tell Hubie probably will not be back in this game. So he's trying to steal a home game.
Absolutely.
And try to hope he's back for the 7th. Percy blocked by West. Percy again. And an offensive foul. And that'll be number 4, I think, on Jerome Kersey. It is. So Kersey and Porter each have 4 fouls. And the Trailblazers are hurting in that area now. Well, there's the veteran Cotton Fitzsimmons and Paul Westphal, who was a big hero on the 1976 little team that could Phoenix Suns. And Westphal is going to succeed Cotton as head coach. It could be after this year.
Well, you know, it's a nice twosome. Cotton has been in this league 17 years. He's had 6 different positions. It's a great learning experience for Westphal, and especially to be with Cotton during last year and this year's success. Plus, you know he's going to inherit then a very experienced basketball team.
About as great as a fluid transition situation as you could have in professional sports. Jeff Hornacek, this is the layup. Rebound, Duckworth.
He's just been down that lane 3 times in this quarter. He's not been able to drop one in yet. They're challenging him, though, a lot more than they did in the first half.
6-point lead for the Suns. Cliff Robinson misses on the baseline. Rebound West to Hornacek. He's got to be the point guard. And he's fouled, so Kevin Johnson out. Hornacek has a big responsibility. Ice on the hamstring of Kevin Johnson.
See, the penetration on a fast break by Jeff Hornacek naturally is different than a Kevin Johnson. Kevin has got incredible speed and quickness of shifting his hand from right to left with the dribble. But Jeff Hornacek, in his own way, has a nice gait about himself, and he does not try to force the action. He tries to do something solid every time with the basketball.
Danny Young committed the foul. Each team has 14 fouls in the third quarter. 8-point lead for the Phoenix Suns. One time they led by 12. Portland came back to take the lead. The Suns lost Kevin Johnson and never relinquished their lead and added to it.
Well, I don't know when they're going to go to Drexler. Maybe here it is here. Because Marley's in foul trouble and he's hurting you offensively.
Duckworth going in against West. They have 5 on the shot clock. Drexler trying to go out to Young with 1. A 3-point shot. Buck Williams knocked away. Scramble and a foul against the Trailblazers.
Hey, the coach is upset. Buck Williams is upset because Buck had that rebound. And then Jeff Hornacek went down inside and pulled that ball loose.
His third.
Keon Williams. And Portland is within 1 foul of being in the penalty.
See, Portland's got to re-gear themselves here mentally in regards to loose balls and taking care of the defensive boards.
Those are effort plays, and fatigue could play a role in that. 10 on the shot clock.
Nice catch.
West found Hornacek, and now Portland's in the penalty, and Duckworth will have his 3rd foul.
See, Jeff Hornacek is the perfect example of a player going down the lane. Speed is not the major essence here. It's your presence, your mind, whether you can get off the good shot attempt, and if you can't, that you can sucker the defensive player into the foul. And that's what we're seeing now in the second half of this quarter.
Phoenix is 23 of 25 from the free throw line in this game. A big story in their 10-point lead. Drexler. He got the bump and the foul.
I don't want to harp on this too much, but there is no way that Marley can play Clyde Drexler off the dribble, whether it's at the top of the circle or from the left side where he seems to really like to set himself up. Because watch this now, on a second bounce, he's passed him, and he's gone by him anytime that he's focused. But you've got to give him the opportunity to do that.
Drexler, 11 points. 75-67, less than half of the time remaining in the 3rd quarter here in Phoenix. Portland trying to wrap up and get to the NBA Finals. Hornacek blocked by Duckworth. The rebound by Buck Williams. Yes, taken away by Hornacek, by Marley. Phoenix totally out-hustling Portland at this point.
Boy, you talk about falling asleep. 2 guys turn the ball over in the backcourt, and then nobody plays the cutter down the middle.
Duckworth, baseline, and he had Marley in his face. Chambers on the drive, basket. They'll shoot 2.
Tommy tried to will that one in that time.
Terrific story unfolding here in Phoenix. Suns needing a win to send it to 7 games in the Western Final. Chambers has scored only 4 points. He has been their leading scorer. And Kevin Johnson, the other great player on the team, of the 1-2 punch, is out of the game with a pulled hamstring, and Phoenix maintains its lead. There's the foul story. Porter and Kersey each with 4 for the Trailblazers. Cotton trying to steal one without, in effect, his 2 big stars in Game 6.
You have to be impressed with the excellent ball movement, and then with the cutters, they are attacking the rim, and they're getting on the foul line. That's the difference at either end of the floor here.
Drexler, now Young. Now they got Drexler and Marley settled for the jump shot. Buck Williams. Cliff Robinson. They couldn't get inside. They had to settle for the jumper, and they made it.
Well, the Phoenix defense has collapsed and doing a nice job this quarter.
Chambers gets inside on Cliff Robinson. West blocked by Buck Williams. Here's Drexler. Crowd wanted a foul, and Danny Young misses the layup at the other end. Trailblazers have missed several good opportunities like that. And Hornacek is wrapped up by Cliff Robinson.
Here's a great move by Chambers going to the baseline. Just one of those things. Now, I like the move. He tried to dunk with both hands. Here's a nice shot block. Portland becoming very active, trying to block every shot. But once again, we have the guy on the foul line here who's making it happen off the dribble.
Making it happen off the dribble and also making it happen on the line, where he's 8 for 8. Suns have won 6 of their last 7 in this building against the Trailblazers. They've had to win every playoff series on the road. They're going to have to win this one if they do also on the road. Cliff Robinson, 2 in a row from University of Connecticut. Pick and roll, Chambers did not get a good pass, but got pushed inside.
That was an excellent catch by Chambers. That one was going out of bounds.
Number 3, Cliff Robinson, his second.
Cliff Robinson with a second foul, and Chambers to the line. He broke his wrist in high school and was forced to use his left hand, and as a result, he's one of the most renowned ambidextrous dunkers that the league has seen in quite a while.
Very difficult cover, especially from the wing areas, because he loves to drive to his left.
Mike McGee into the
Here's Mike McGee, who was once a teammate of Kurt Rambis on the Lakers. Well-traveled since then. Replaces Hornacek. Well-deserved rest for Hornacek, who goes out with 21. This is McGee's first appearance tonight. Shooting guard. Chambers makes 1 out of 2. Drexler behind to Robinson. Been successful from there. Finally misses after hitting a couple. 9-point lead for the Suns.
Mike McGee, who played over in Italy this year and scored over 30 a game, was a good pickup for Phoenix.
Marley in the lane. Rambis, tough rebound and a foul. Portland's been in the penalty for a while.
See, that's Phoenix just out-hustling Portland. Portland had their 3 frontline guys underneath the basket. Rambis was sandwiched and just out-hustled them for this rebound. Here's your shot. Here's Rambis under. There you go. His man lost contact with him and did not block him out to keep him off the glass.
Great fouls on Robinson. And here's Rambis. He's done the work tonight. 8 rebounds. His big contribution. Because Phoenix has been shooting well from the line, but lately they've stumbled a bit with Chambers and now Kurt Rambis. Listen,
when you're coaching and you're missing your penetrator, you're just happy. You're thrilled because you're getting to the foul line. Other people are making things happen. When that's a good sign for you because you're getting fouls on the other people, and it might force key substitution.
Still a 9-point Phoenix lead with 3 minutes and 15 seconds to go in the third quarter. Clyde the Glide will shoot 2, and Suns now with their 15th foul and both clubs in the penalty.
Mike McGee.
Mike McGee.
He just made that look awfully easy. He beat Marley off the dribble. As the help came, the elevation, he's up in there. He's either going to get fouled or he's going to the possibility of a 3-point play off the drive.
Game 6, Veterans Memorial Coliseum in Phoenix, Arizona. The Suns and the Trailblazers. Clyde Drexler has just missed 2 free throws, and the Phoenix Suns lead by 9. If they go on and win, they will send this best-of-7 series to a deciding game Saturday in Portland. Hitting the deck was Buck Williams, but a Portland foul apparently has been called. Buck doesn't believe it.
Well, what you had was Mike McGee. See, Rick Gateman, I'm very upset here right now. Buck Williams was picked off in the lane on a pick by Mike McGee. And even as Chambers went by to free himself up. Now, just watch this. Here's your pick. Now, watch. You'll see Chambers flare back with the left arm. and the two of them took Buck Williams down. Now, when that happens and the foul is on you, naturally you're going to be upset, especially even a mild-mannered guy like Buck.
Linwood Buck Williams is showing a tremendous amount of restraint right here, I would believe, as Wayne Cooper prepares to enter the game. No one can hit the free throws now on either side. There's the free throw story. Portland's missed 5. So is Phoenix. Williams goes out with 4 fouls and 10 points.
Interesting substitution here now. With Cooper in the game along with Duckworth, you have 2 7-footers. Let's see if they'll work down inside.
There's Duckworth posting up against West. He's got his shot. Duckworth having a good offensive game, 16 points, and that's the most points he's scored in any game in this series.
Well, over the 82, he's a 16-point scorer.
Trying to dribble out of trouble is McGee. Jump shot, there's Marley inside. Blocked by Wayne Cooper. 8-point game right now. Drexler behind, and Danny Young short with it. Drexler with a scoop, and it's 6 now.
After Drexler bounces the basketball 2 times, he's always past Marley, okay? And he's going to break your defense down. You're going to end up with a good shot inside of 5 feet. Now watch the glide, the slide, the man off the dribble. There he goes.
There it is. That's the all-star moves he's shown, and as Hubie would like to say, it's been there all night.
Right. Arizona lottery contest.
Well, tomorrow night on CBS, Game 6 of the East Final between the Pistons and the Bulls, 9 o'clock Eastern Time. Detroit leads Chicago 3-2. And Hubie, like this series, the home team has prevailed, and the team that's on the road struggles, and the team that's home gets pumped up because of the crowd and everything else.
Well, tomorrow night, Chicago naturally needs a big game for Michael. But Scottie Pippen and Paxson struggled last night. They were 7 for 27. There were an awful lot of open shots. Now, tomorrow, they need the perfect game, and we must see that great defense that Chicago showed in Game 4 at home.
I thought Game 4 was a perfect game.
No, well,
for them. Kevin Johnson, who went out with just under 3 minutes to go in the first half with a pulled hamstring. Cotton Fitzsimmons said he's not playing the rest of the game, and if Phoenix wins, the big story is how will Kevin be for Game 7? That's if Phoenix wins. Drazen Petrovic is in for Portland. Eddie Johnson is checked in for Phoenix.
2 minutes.
Hornacek inside to West. 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Petrovic at the other end gets the rebound. 6-point game now, so Portland showing signs coming back. Cliff Robinson, Drexler, and Hornacek popped it out of Drexler's hands into the Phoenix to West. Plenty of time on the shot clock.
Go right back into him. Let's see what he has versus Robinson.
8 on the clock. Chambers with his move. Mike McGee for 3. Cliff Robinson, and releasing was Drexler. And it's a 4-point game, and a foul committed by Mike McGee after at the basket.
You know, when Robinson started to make that pass, watch this. This was a difficult pass. It was on the same plane. It's very hard to judge the player. Good catch by Drexler, and then the ability to stop and go strong to the basket.
Chance to cut the Phoenix lead to 3, and Drexler does. Clyde has 17 points. Porter, who's been on the bench with 4 fouls, still leads Portland with 18.
Now remember, in the first half, this Portland group, that second unit, when they were out there, did not get the job done.
Danny Young bodying Hornacek. 8 on the clock. Chambers, foul, and it may be Cliff Robinson. And if it is, it'll be number 4 on him.
Foul on number 3. Cliff Robinson, his 4th.
Portland staff very high on Cliff Robinson. Naturally, he's a steal in the draft, second-round draft pick.
6'10", long arms, quick feet. They honestly think that he is going to be a terrific defensive player for them in the future.
He can defend anyone, and if his shot selection improves, he'll have the whole package.
Well, they say that he needs that upper body strength to get a little stronger so that his game isn't 15 feet out, that he could post up and make himself, you know, a bigger scorer.
Andrew Lang will replace Mark West. West has scored 6 points tonight for Phoenix, but he has 8 rebounds. That's what they need him for. Both teams in the penalty with under a minute remaining in the third. Chambers did not score in the first half, has 9 points here in this quarter.
Now this is the group, the second unit. They have to get good ball movement and take good shots.
Off of Lang's foot, 12 seconds to take the shot for the Blazers. Notice that McGee is guarding Drexler, and they want to clear out for him.
Why not? See, I like that matchup. They should go right at McGee, whether they post Drexler or they take him off the dribble.
Petrovic with a drive and a good move by Drazen Petrovic. 85-82. The Trailblazers have come back. Hornacek with a big jumper. Well, he and Marley have been fantastic tonight.
Anytime he comes over half court, you better get up and protect against that jump shot.
Cooper hit going in.
Foul on Tom Chambers, his third.
Chambers with number 3, and Cooper, who has not been a good free throw shooter in the playoffs, just a smidgen over 50% from the line.
Since Cooper has come back off the back spasm, he is really attacking the rim in all of these playoff games. You know, Rick Adelman said yesterday he loves having Cooper, extremely coachable, knows his role, realizes Duckworth's the starting center. He's had 11 years in this league, and he just comes in, plays defense, boards, and anything that he catches is a bonus.
A little over 3 seconds differential between the shot clock and the game clock in the final seconds of the third period.
I thought we'd see more of this. Pick Hornacek up down the floor and make him labor a little bit dribbling the ball.
Suns led by 4 at the half. They lead by 3 right now. And Hornacek fouled with 5 seconds on the clock by Danny Young, and it's his 4th personal foul. So Kersey, Buck Williams, Terry Porter, Cliff Robinson, and Danny Young, all with 4 fouls for the Blazers. Tim Perry getting set to check in. And so will Terry Porter. He's hit all 10 shots from the line as Hornacek. So there's Terry Porter coming in, has not scored in this period. Cooper is out. Rambis has also entered the game, and Tom Chambers sits down.
Right now, Hornacek is going for his 8th foul shot opportunity this quarter.
Kenny Battle, rookie from the University of Illinois, making his first appearance replacing Lang, and they don't want any of their big people to get fouls really in the final seconds is the reason they're in there.
No, absolutely. It's a good move by Cotton.
You know, having a lot of debates here right now.
There's Ralph Sampson, who knows what it's like to play in an NBA Finals. Did for Houston in 1986.
Played in 3 straight All-Star games, MVP of 1, and then had 3 knee operations. And since then, the career has really been in major trouble.
Final seconds here of this third quarter. Porter goes all the way in. Nothing doing. And the Suns lead will be 5. Tom Chambers finally got going with 9 points in the period, and that's the end of the third period with the score. Phoenix 89 and Portland 84, and we'll return to the Veterans Memorial Coliseum in Phoenix after this message and a word from your local station.
Welcome back to Veterans Memorial Coliseum as the 1990 NBA playoffs continue on CBS. As we head into the final period, Game 6, the Suns, which won the 2 previous games here by a combined 46 points, now lead by only 5. Rick Adelman told us that if they could just be close heading into the 4th period, even though they've lost 5 in a row, he feels that the 4th period is there. He feels if we can be close going into the final 12 minutes, we can win it. We'll see. Dick?
All right, Phoenix hung in, outscored Portland by 1 point. Trailblazers shot 36%. Marley and Hornacek combined for 16. Phoenix went to the line 20 times, and after Kevin Johnson was out, the Suns have outscored the Trailblazers, which is the #1 story of this game, with the great star guard out with a hamstring pull.
The major story in this issue is the guard play of Phoenix. They have scored 63 of their 89 points. Now, when you say Kevin left with 16, Hornacek has 25, Marley 22. So the front line has only scored 26 points in this game.
However you get it done, and of course it shocks a lot of people if you were to tell someone that Kevin Johnson's going to go out and you're going to keep your lead and outscore Portland, the team that had won 59 games in every quarter without Kevin Johnson for most of the second half, all the second half, and waning moments of the first, you wouldn't believe it.
Well, you're Portland. You're an excellent striking distance there.
Petrovic for 3 hits. We must add, before we move along, in that Portland, in the close games, has had what it's taken down the stretch to win.
Their ability to make the 3-point shots.
89-87. Andrew Lang with Hornacek, Rambis, Eddie Johnson, and Marley. Lang setting a screen. Hornacek misses a 3. And Cliff Robinson out to Petrovic. He's got Duckworth, Porter, and another basket. This is a 2-point basket by Drazen Petrovic. No, Drazen, it's a 2.
Yes, just Kersey, right on that. That was a 2-pointer all the way.
Eddie Johnson, that's a 3-point attempt. Rebound by Cliff Robinson.
Robinson just threw the ball to their center, Duckworth, going down the floor. Never saw it.
Porter for 3. In the hands of Duckworth. Good hustle. Portland showing a little second wind right now in the 4th.
Well, Petrovic is screaming for the ball because he was wide open again. Hornacek must do a better job with him right now.
Plenty of time on the clock. Porter driving baseline. Travel. Didn't put himself in a good position, and Eddie Johnson played him perfectly.
Rick Adelman says when we're on the road, we have tendencies to sometimes lull ourselves and not move the basketball.
Eddie Johnson reaches in. The veteran picks up the foul. First foul of the 4th quarter.
Foul is on number 3.
Cliff Robinson now has picked up his 5th personal foul.
Robinson, his 5th.
One more and he's gone. And Eddie Johnson is on the line. Here's Jerome Kersey, who scored 9 points in the first quarter, but has sat down with 4 fouls most of the second half.
Eddie Johnson on the line. He finished 2nd in this league on the foul line shooting. 91% this year. 2nd only to Larry Bird, who shot 93.
1 for 10 coming into this game from the line.
Interesting, right? We're talking over 82 games.
Eddie Johnson makes 1 out of 2 to break the tie. 90-89.
This guy has the feel.
Petrovic. Hornacek runs into his own man, Rambis.
See, they're getting Eddie Johnson. They trap him every time he puts it down.
And a Portland foul away from the basket. Maybe Petrovic, and it will be on Drazen. It'll be the 2nd team foul against the Trailblazers, who have lost 5 out of 6 on the road. But a road victory will send them to the finals tonight. Blocked inside. Wayne Cooper. Here's Petrovic at the other side. And Portland leads it 91-90, and a technical foul has been called against Petrovic, apparently. Let's wait for a confirmation, but I think it was on Drazen.
Well, everyone there is really upset because first you had a great block, a terrific pass, the layup by Drazen, and you'll see that after it came down, boom, there goes the elbow, and you know, the referees are not going to allow that to happen. They're not going to allow to have guys swing the elbow. He hit him below the shoulders. Hey, if he hit him in the head, they could call 2 and throw you out of here.
Hornacek makes the technical. He's got 26 points, 91-91. Unusual, a close game in Phoenix in this series.
This NBA game summary is sponsored by Sears Craftsman. People who depend on tools depend on Craftsman.
In our game summary, Portland still hasn't shot 50% in any game in the series. Drexler coming alive. Phoenix is without Kevin Johnson, and the bench for Phoenix keeping them alive as they try to send it to 7 games. And one of the big stories, of course, for the Portland Trail Blazers, James Brown, has been Ramon Ramos. And every day it seems a new dramatic chapter happens.
Well, Dick, indeed, part of the pregame inspiration that Portland received was because of the condition of Ramon Ramos. Our rookie who played with Portland this year, of course, was involved in a near tragic car accident back in December, involved in a coma for 2 months, but his rehabilitation for the past 30 days had been near miraculous. Now, his spirits were boosted within the past half an hour when he was paid a visit by none other than P.J. Carlissimo, former coach at Seton Hall University, and his former teammates from Seton Hall University all flew out from New Jersey, visited him at the Rehabilitation Institute of Portland. Now, Ramos still has to walk with some assistance, of course, but it was a very quiet, very emotional meeting. They all sat down, exchanged a few hugs and some tears, and after that, they got down to the serious business of pulling up a television set to cheer on the Portland Trail Blazers here. And thinking he'll be certainly no more heartwarming a story than that to see the kind of success that he's having in his rehabilitation.
Kind of like a miracle, isn't it? No one, people never thought that they would see Ramon Ramos even in that situation. It just warms your heart, James Brown. Thank you very much for a fine report, David. QB.
Oh, it was a wonderful gesture. PJ flying out, the team and making it warm. Now a warm reception for him.
91-91. Eddie Johnson fouled, and they'll call it against Eddie Johnson. So an offensive foul against Phoenix.
Excellent defense that time by Portland. They rotated. 2 guys were right there. He jumped in to get that shot off.
Portland led by 6 early in the game, but it's been Phoenix most of the way in front by as many as 12. And they're going to jump it up as Hornacek ties up Terry Porter.
Well, Terry Porter careless with that dribble that time, and Hornacek timed it perfectly. Dove right in there for the jump ball.
It's game 6, and Cotton Fitzsimmons in a tie game, even though there's plenty of time, has brought in Mark West and Tom Chambers. Buck Williams back in. He's playing with 4 fouls, one of many for the Blazers in that situation.
Well, both coaches are matching up front, going with their regulars now.
Tip control by Portland. Chambers picking up Porter on a switch. So Kersey has Hornacek on him. They don't find him, though. Inside, Buck Williams has it taken away by West. Portland had a mismatch to their advantage, and they never found it. Marley wisely slows it up. Hornacek. What a game for Hornacek, 28 points.
First, great defense by Petrovic in stopping that 3-on-2 fast break, but then we just had a sensational slice to the basket by Hornacek.
A 2-point Suns lead. Traveling Duckworth.
Duckworth, that's exasperated coach there. You're going into a pivot player. They are not double teaming him. That's a big factor. He's being played one-on-one, and he shuffled his feet before he made a strong move.
Clyde Drexler is back on the court for Portland. Petrovic checks out for the Trailblazers.
He gave them some lift, Dick. He really brought them back.
Marley, top of the key. Rebound, and Rambis will be called for the push on Kersey.
See, if you're Phoenix, you have to remember how you got the lead without Kevin Johnson. And that was by solid penetration, just like we're going to see right here. Take it to the hoop. You shot 20 foul shots in the third quarter alone. You've got to go back to the penetration.
Clyde Drexler nails one to tie it again at 93. Still a lot of time remaining. 8:15 to go in the fourth period. Phoenix led by 3 after 1 and added a point to their lead in each of the second and third quarters. Hornacek right back. No stopping him tonight. He's got 30.
See, it's the ball movement. If they don't want to come out on you as you reverse the ball, you take the open jumper. If they do, you take them off the dribble to the basket.
Kersey ties it again. Both teams now shooting well from the perimeter. Inside, Chambers blocked. And it was Kersey who had the block and comes up with the ball.
That was a great defensive play by Kersey.
Drexler for 3. Off the glass, Wild.
3-on-2.
Chambers. Hitting the deck hard.
Foul until number 22
By Drexler and Chambers. Boy, they were hit that hardwood floor not as hard as he could, and Drexler has his 4th foul.
You'll see right there, Drexler tried to get there before he elevated. Now, depending upon your positioning, it looked like he was there. Now, here we have a terrific block shot. Now, Chambers is, look where he is, 3 feet from the basket. Outstanding extension by Kersey to get that block.
Tom Chambers, who's averaging 23 a game in the playoffs, has 9. All in the second half. Hornacek, by the way, with his 30 points, is a playoff high for him. Kevin Johnson relegated to cheerleader.
Chambers, an 87% shooter on the foul line. Always an outstanding guy there over his entire career.
Settles for 1. Portland has committed 3 team fouls. Phoenix only 1.
They're going to bring Duckworth to the ball. Look down inside.
Moving in against West, who's done a good job bodying him, and does another good job. Rebound by Marley. Now they double team on Hornacek. Goes through everyone and scores again. 32 points for Hornacek. The last pick in the second round from Iowa State, a walk-on, is the hero for the Suns right now.
Exasperated Duckworth because Hornacek is going down that lane and shooting over the top.
98-95, in and out from Kersey. Out of bounds, and it's Phoenix's ball.
Buck Williams wanted, if he didn't get the foul, he wanted the fact that Phoenix at least hit the ball. He does not want to say that he forced that turnover himself.
But Jeff Hornacek, who is the current Phoenix player with the longest tenure, could you imagine that? This was his 4th year, is keeping the Suns afloat with Kevin Johnson on the bench. Well, the last time they had this much excitement here at Veterans Memorial Coliseum was in '76 when the Suns lost to the Celtics, including with a 3-overtime thriller. Yeah, the Gorilla was here even then doing things like this off the trampoline. And now the Suns want to get to the finals again. They've got to win here and Saturday to do it, and to revive some great moments of Phoenix basketball. Right now, let's go to Tim Brand. Tim?
All right, Dick. Cotton Fitzsimmons just reminded his team of the foul trouble that Portland has. He also told them to play with confidence and take control of this game. Earlier, he had told his team, if you can just get us back to Portland for game number 7, I guarantee you I'll pull you through to the finals. Dick?
Tim looks like he's actually in the huddle.
Well, coming into this, Cotton Fitzsimmons says he thought that the fatigue factor would be critical to Portland as they got down into the last 6 minutes if it was a close game. Rick Adelman said, if we can stay close up into 6 minutes, we are a better rebounding team and a better defensive team. Well, let's see what happens here now.
Yeah, well, they all put it out there. Let's see if they can follow through. 98-95 Suns. They have the ball.
Trying to go to Chambers.
Throws it away. Now was it deflected? Dick Pavetta said it was. So it's still Phoenix's ball.
Well, they got a break there because there was no way that Chambers was open. That was a tough pass by Marley.
Marley with Rambis, West, Chambers, Hornacek.
8 on the clock.
Chambers misses the jumper. Loose ball. Porter. Ahead is Drexler. Here's Clyde. Tries to get it inside, and his last touch off the foot of Parkway.
You know, we're getting players trying to thread the needle, and you just can't do that right now. Make the simple pass, because there are plenty of seconds left on the shot clock when we're getting guys doing this.
And the shooting percentage keeps dropping in this game. Now it's in the 30s.
The main thing is to work your key scores into areas that they can get the high percentage shot.
Porter goes right around Hornacek, but misses the layup. Rambis out to Hornacek. They got a 2-on-1 now. Hornacek. Oh, my. How much can he do for this team?
You know, it's like we keep saying, it's not how fast you go, it's how you read the defense.
100 to 95. Drexler posting up against Marlin. Rebound inside. Duckworth with a fine left-handed move. They're the leading scorers. Hornacek having the game of his life. Plenty of time. 10 seconds now.
There's a clear out.
Chambers and a push. That'll be the 14th foul against the Trailblazers. One more in there in the penalty.
Smart move by Buck that time. He knew that Tommy had him beaten easily.
Buck Williams has picked up his 5th personal foul. And now it is the penalty. No, it's 4. One more. Chambers. 102-97.
Well, Buck Williams must lay off him because he cannot have him penetrate and pick up that next big foul.
Williams against West. And that'll be a Phoenix foul. That's only their 2nd of the 4th quarter.
Mark West wanted the shot block. You know, Cotton is looking at that one hard, but they caught the bump before Buck Williams released that shot.
Buck Williams, not been a good free throw shooter in his career, only 65% in the playoffs, but perfect tonight. And Buck's 11 rebound effort is his best in the series thus far.
Well, from now on down, you got 5 minutes. Buck has a difficult task. He's in foul trouble, and he's playing one of the most explosive players we have in this league in Tommy Chambers. And you're Phoenix. You've got to take advantage of that.
Under 5 minutes. Porter nose-to-nose with Hornacek. Double team now. Porter again. Chambers open. Hits 2 in a row. Coming through, and they need him. And a foul against Chambers, and that will be team foul 3 against Phoenix.
Number 20 points on Chambers, his 4th.
4 on Chambers.
13 foul. Non-shooting.
Mark West also with 4.
Intelligence now at both ends of the floor. Stay within your pet plays. Get the ball to your key operators.
Rambis and Williams. Short with the hook shot. Credit Rambis that time. Chambers going in. Percy clears it with 4:13 to go, and the lead is 5. Percy beating Drexler.
Get it out.
And they push Chambers, and he'll shoot 2. Just Jerome Percy with his 5th foul. One more and he's gone.
Now watch Tommy Chambers there. Right in the thick of things, picking up that rebound. He got fouled. See, Portland's exasperated. Why, you say? Because they just had 3 excellent shot opportunities, and nothing went down, and they didn't get fouled.
We're back at the Coliseum in Phoenix, Arizona. And this capacity crowd on its feet. And why not? The story of the game. Kevin Johnson, the great point guard for the Phoenix Suns, pulled up lame with a hamstring with just under 3 minutes to go in the first half. Had to come out, has not been back since. What has happened? Phoenix opened up a lead. They have not relinquished it, and they're trying to hang on. And with the Tom Chambers tomometer, or thermometer, depending on how you like to pronounce it, he got a slow start and has scored 14 points, and they lead 104-99. Credit Jeff Hornacek, having a fantastic game, 23 points since the injury. Hornacek has 34 in the game. Fantastic story what Hornacek and Marley with 22 have done tonight, Ruby.
And you know, they've gone to the line since this injury, and they're 18 for 18 between Marley and Hornacek.
The penalty for 2 shots.
Clyde Drexler with 4 fouls. Many of the Blazers in foul trouble. Buck Williams and Kersey with 5.
Penalty shot.
This has not been Chambers' night.
But he instills fear in your heart when he catches the ball and you're playing him. Okay, let me tell you that.
All the time. 105-99. Porter trying to get free inside. Hornacek stays with him with 8 seconds on the shot clock. Drexler loses his footing and throws the ball away. Claimed he was held, got no call, but I know he lost his footing.
Well, Drexler thought that there was a hand check by Marley, and that's how he lost his footing. He definitely had a beat going down the lane.
Double on Chambers. Feed into Marley. He loses it. Again, trying to thread the needle. Porter for a 3, and he's got it. And it's 105-102.
Their uncanny ability. Now that's his 4th three-pointer of this game. Their ability to make them under pressure is really amazing.
Winding down to 3 minutes to go in the 4th period. Rambis setting a screen for Hornacek. Long rebound to Kersey, and a 3-on-1 opportunity for the Trailblazers. And Kersey lays it in, and it's a 1-point game.
When you're Phoenix, you must be careful, because when you launch those long shots, you're getting the long rebound, and Portland is murder in the open floor.
Suns lead, close game, but Portland is within striking distance of winning and taking the Western Conference title. Missed shot. Rambis. Chambers winds up with it. And the 24-second clock has expired, and the Trailblazers with a chance to take the lead in 2:23 remaining.
Right now, Cotton's got to be careful because his ball club is frustrated right now. Their heads went down because of the last 2 possessions.
They got 18 on the shot clock. Kersey shooting over Chambers. Rebound and a big one by Marley. So the Suns still with the lead. 9 minutes to go. Chambers with the basket.
You push the ball. You push the ball. That was an excellent move.
Porter misses a 3. Stolen by Drexler. Drexler is fouled and will go to the line on a careless play, and Mark West committing his 5th foul.
Drexler does this at least once a game. There it is right there. You get the rebound, you make a careless one-handed pass, and he will fake going down the floor, turn around, and come back for the steal.
So Drexler is on the line. He is only 7 of 11 from the line tonight. 48 to go. 107-105 Suns. And again, a 1-point game.
Such a big possession. Would have been up 3 with a possibility of a score or a foul at the other end.
Drama of a 6th game, and Drexler with another steal. He has made 2 critical steals in the last 30 seconds. And Portland looking for the lead. Going to the hoop and a force by Percy. West has it, and a jump ball called by Jake O'Donnell.
See, people want a foul call. You're not going to get that. We're in an NBA game right now. We're inside of a minute and 30 seconds. And you have got to rebound like a man. You must put your body on guys. Hey, it's survival of the fittest now. You've got to play big physically.
At the conclusion of our game, Hubie and I will select the Miller Lite Player of the Game, and in conjunction with the award, Light Beer will present a check in the amount of $1,000 in the player's name to the National Multiple Sclerosis Society. A minute and 25, and Portland is within a point of tying this game. Phoenix trying to hang on for dear life with Kevin Johnson out of the game with a hamstring pull. Plenty of timeouts. Phoenix has 2. Portland 3 and a 20, and neither team has a foul to give. Unlike any game played in Phoenix in this series, this one is going down to the wire.
Right now you have the two fellas who jumped and the opening tap. Percy. Now Percy has excellent spring.
Chambers has it.
Mark West got up there and kind of stole that one.
A little higher spring.
Yes, he did.
16 on the shot clock.
Buck Williams denying Chambers in that low post.
And they're going to call the block on Duckworth moving out against Hornacek. 4 on Duckworth.
He knows it's a bad foul. You know, he was slow stepping out on that pick and roll. And what he should have done was played it soft. Because from now to the end of this game, you must always make the offensive players shoot over the top of you.
Hornacek with 34 points and perfect 12 for 12 from the line.
What a sensational ball game.
And a timeout called by the Trailblazers. Plenty of time left.
We don't have enough adjectives to describe what Jeff Hornacek has done in this game tonight.
Crowd on its feet at the Coliseum. Phoenix leading by 3 with 1:09 to go, trying to force a Game 7 on Saturday, and the Blazers trying to pull it out. Right now, let's go to Tim Brandt. Tim?
Dick, in Phoenix's 3 losses, communication or lack of in the final minute was the key. They weren't able to execute offensively. Right now, they're expecting Portland to come back and immediately go for the 3. Cotton Fitzsimmons wants his guys to get out on him quickly. Deny the 3. As a matter of fact, he said, forget the offensive lack of communication we've had in the first 3 games. We've got to make the defensive stop. We do that, we win. Dick?
That's what he said yesterday, like a broken record, Hubie. We need the key defensive stop when we need it, and this is the situation he's talking about.
Well, the one thing you cannot do is get swept up in the fact that all they're going to take is a 3. What you do not want to have happen is that someone slices and beats you to the basket and scores a quick 2. All right, in this situation. You know, there's plenty of time to go in this ball game. Now, in the 3s, Portland is 5 for 13 up until now.
And 4 of them off the hands of Terry Porter, who has it right now. Porter going in for the 2. Gets the foul. And, of course, a lot of people, you said it, look for the 3s, and there you go.
Well, you see, there's so much time remaining. We know that they are an excellent 3-point shooting team. But then when you play up tight on everyone, it opens up the lane area. And if you can beat someone off the dribble like we just saw by Terry Porter there, he's every bit as dangerous going to the basket.
Foul is on Hornacek, only his first tonight. He's made both of his free throws tonight. 22 in the game for Porter. High score. I like
this. Drexler out, pushing out on Marley, making them eat up time.
Chambers with Williams in his face. Buck playing with 5. 9 on the shot clock. Hornacek in the crowd. Marley with 5 seconds to go. Hornacek drives, and it's blocked by Duckworth. Drexler feeding Kersey, and the basket's good, and the Blazers lead by 1. 27 seconds to go. No timeout call. Hornacek now calls it with 23 seconds left and 20 on the shot clock, and the Trailblazers are 23 seconds away from capturing the West. In the balance, the Western Conference Championship, and Buck Williams was the guy who made this crucial block.
Terrific penetration by Hornacek. He's trying to take it all away, but there's your block. And anytime that happens and you kick the ball out, once again, Kersey, and then you have a 3-on-1. Excellent pass, and there's Kersey finishing the play at the opposite end.
Let's give credit to Kersey at both ends, because it was Kersey who made the block and Kersey who made the layup, and it may be the biggest layup that the Trailblazers have had to make in 13 years.
Well, Rick Adelman yesterday made the statement, we feel that we are better defensively and a better board team if we can just keep it close. So far, he is looking good here.
Trailblazers have been a team that wouldn't go away in this one, trying to fight back, and Phoenix has been so game playing without Kevin Johnson. Eddie Johnson will inbound. He has West, Marley, Chambers, and Hornacek.
Now remember, both teams are shooting the penalty, and when you look at the timeouts, Phoenix only has 1 full timeout left. Now this inbounds pass is very, very important.
And how many times have you brought out the situation? You guard the inbound passer, and he becomes the most dangerous, as we almost saw with Aguirre last weekend.
Well, if you lay off the passer and you use his man to double team the inbound pass, then naturally he's going to be wide open. See, Phoenix tried to advance his basketball quickly down the floor after the score by Kersey, hoping that they would catch Portland asleep, but they did not. Portland rotated back.
All right, Eddie Johnson calls timeout, and that's it. They have no more timeouts. So Portland does its job.
Very, very important defensive play, because now no matter what happens, you've got to allow the clock to run.
The albatross of getting knocked out in the first round of the playoffs in 5 of the last 6 years has really affected the Portland Trailblazers, trying to break it, and now they're within 23.2 seconds, Hubie Brown, of getting to the NBA Finals for the first time since '77.
Well, let's look at their situation. They know right now a good defensive denial is the most important factor, because Phoenix has no timeouts left, so they've got to force an inbounds pass. Even if Phoenix scores, you're Portland, you are sitting in good shape. You can either inbound the ball and blow it down the floor and see if you have something, or just call a timeout. Portland has 2 timeouts plus a 20, so they are sitting in a good position as far as that goes. The main thing now is don't gamble or foul a guy foolishly.
Eddie Johnson again will inbound. Same people in there for the Suns. Hornacek has the ball. Porter is with him. 16 on the shot clock. Chambers double teamed. Hornacek. 7 now. Lost ball, and Buck Williams comes up with it, and they foul Drexler. And Clyde Drexler will shoot 2 with 6.8 seconds to go.
That was outstanding defense. They double-teamed Chambers quickly, and when Chambers rotated that ball to Hornacek, now watch how quick. As soon as he puts it down, they're right on top of him and causes the turnover. Very, very quick. And they also rotated right out and took Hornacek right out of that play.
Clyde Drexler now with 22 points.
Danny Young replaces Kevin Duckworth.
Danny Young replaces Kevin Duckworth now for Portland. What's that move about?
All right, now that's because they want another good defensive player in the game right now, someone to play off the dribble. Now, Phoenix has no timeouts left. Make or miss. Phoenix must push the ball.
112 to 109. Three-point deficit right now. They're going to look for the three. Hornacek fires it up. Wild. Rebound. Buck Williams. The scheme is over. And the Portland Trail Blazers have done it.
Trailblazers.
They have won the West.
Sun 12-9. Ladies and gentlemen.
Adelman was right down the stretch in a close game. He knew his team had what it took, and they outscored the Suns 28-20 in the fourth quarter, and finally broke the pattern and won a game on the road, beating the Phoenix Suns 112 to 109. And more important, the Trailblazers will have a long rest to get ready for the NBA Finals start next Tuesday. Deserve it. Taking over the mantle from the Lakers in the Western Conference are the Portland Trail Blazers. We'll be back to hear from them when we return to Phoenix in a moment.
All that stuff, you know.
It's quiet in the Phoenix Coliseum here with the Suns going home after a valiant fight, losing in 6 games to the Portland Trail Blazers, 112 to 109. Right now into the victorious and elated dressing room of the Trailblazers, Tim Brandt. Tim?
All right, Dick, let's start out with Buck Williams. Buck, all those long years in New Jersey, you worked hard. Western Conference Championship is now yours. How does it feel?
It feels great. You know, the team is such a mentally tough basketball team. Defensively, we came out tonight and stopped Phoenix when we had to. But first of all, I can say hi to Robbie. He's in the hospital. And we want this for you, Robbie.
You told us that before the game. That was your motivation?
Yes, it was. A dear friend of mine, and it kind of puts life in perspective because he's ill right now. It's very good that the team won the basketball game and dedicate this game to Robbie.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much, Tim.
Let's turn over now to Rick Adelman, the head coach. Rick, what did you tell your team when they came in?
Well, I just told them that everybody's talked about how we can't win on the road, and we knew what type of schedule we had, and today we decided before the game, hey, we're coming all out today, and I think, again, down the stretch was our defense again that did the job.
When we talked, you told us, and you firmly believed, that if this game was close going into the final period, you'd win it.
We believe that. We just think we defend better, we rebound. And it gets down to the end of a close game. People should realize we win those games now.
Look ahead to the finals now. Can you?
I'm not.
Do you have a preference on the team?
No, we got 3 days, hopefully, and we're going to just sit back and finally get a rest after a month. These guys deserve it, but we're going to be ready when it comes.
Is there one team that you match up with better?
I don't know. I don't care. I really don't care. I think we played both well during the year, and it would be a great series whoever we play.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Let's go back outside to Dick Stockton.
All right, Tim Brandt, you know, after playing just about every other day for about a month now, the Portland Trail Blazers, the Western Conference champions, will have off from now until next Tuesday when they will open the finals. They'll be home against Chicago, on the road against Detroit. They'll finally have a rest. Miller Lite player of the game is Jeff Hornacek, who was incredibly valiant in Kevin Johnson's absence. 36 points, 6 assists, 5 rebounds, and on his behalf, Miller Lite will donate $1,000 to the National Multiple Sclerosis Society. And so for Hubie Brown, Tim Brandt, and James Brown, this is Dick Stockton saying so long from the Veterans Memorial Coliseum in Phoenix, where the Portland Trail Blazers, with Jerome Kersey getting the big block in the layup to win it, have won the Western Conference Final. Tomorrow, Game 6. 6 of the Eastern Conference Final between the Pistons and the Bulls. That'll start at 9 o'clock Eastern Time from Chicago. The NBA playoffs are a presentation of CBS Sports.